for another Stash Smash Saturday. I'm going to play along with another paper issue sketch for this month. It was, I don't remember, like day 3 or 4 of their sketches that they're doing this month. And I'm playing again with Pretty Little Studio, Color Me Happy. I wanted to play with the 2x2 squares, so I'm grabbing those out. And I've got some photos of my niece at a wedding that I babysat her at that I figured I could cut up into 2x2 because them themselves didn't necessarily need a whole page, so just some wedding fun. And of course I'm going to have my 7 items. So I've got to cut my photos down. I've got my little 2x2 squares that I have some that are already cut. I've got the rest of my little embellishments, whatever I have left. So I'll gather the rest of my stuff. I've got some tissue paper. Probably won't do any paper clips on this one, but we'll probably pull in some wood veneer if I can. Obviously mists. Maybe we'll cut up some of these pocket cards. And yeah, we'll grab some thread and twine to do some little bits. But let me gather the rest of my goodies and let's get started. This was a fun layout to do. Let me just say, a lot of layouts are fun, but this one for some reason was extra fun and I don't know why. So what I've gone ahead and done already off camera is pick out which 2x2 squares I have or which ones I want to use. There's not too many left after this layout. And I want to use as many as I need. So some of them will get just covered up with photos partially, but I'll strategically place the photos so that it's ones that either they don't quite go with like everything else or they don't make sense. I don't know. So I'm playing around with where the photos are going to go, but I backed each of those squares with white tissue paper, just a little bit. And then you saw me back my photos with black. And then I'm taking this pocket card and I trimmed it so it's a little bit skinnier. And I'm backing it with black because that'll be my stripe that goes across the top. And my title will rest on there. And so already in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I need a dark pink title is what I'm thinking. And I was going to go grab for some of my thickers and spell out something. But I end up actually finding in my stash a title that I got recently when I raided the Joann's clearance section, which is awesome. I like that because then it's already made for me and it matched and it was perfect. So now I wanted to use my mists and get something on the background. And I thought I would do something a little different. Instead of spray or use watercolor, I'm just going to spray these 4 mists on my mat, my silicone mat, and then just smoosh my paper down, hoping that I'd get a variation of color. And I do a little bit, not a ton, because I think I sprayed too much. But it turned out really pretty and I really liked it. Ooh, look at, and I'll water paper, paper towel it off a little so it's not as saturated. That way my paper doesn't warp too much. And I will trim down a little bit too. And I'm going to mat it on black cardstock. But then I'm going to go ahead and splatter. And what I've used is all shimmers. I've got rose gold, red, pretty in pink, cotton candy, and Caribbean sunset. Because those are some of my favorites. And I think the only red orange I didn't use was Mango Tango. I think is the only one I didn't use. But otherwise I used all the red pink ones I have. I don't have a true red spray, but at the same time, sometimes red mixed media is and what I was realizing when I was deciding to make this and do reds and pinks is that I tend to do a lot of blue mixed media, and I really need to myself, I need to go and play with the other colors, oxide sprays, you name it. So I think that's going to be one of my goals too, coming up is whenever I'm in new mixed media, do a different color. Try it out, one of those things. So now it's all dry. I've got it matted. I'm going to put everything back down on my paper, just the way I had it arranged before. Sorry, I'm taking photos of other layouts too while I'm doing this. I'm multitasking. So yeah, I'm going to glue everything down, and then I'm going to, behind where I have some of the photos, I'm going to put some of this thread because one of my things is thread. And I had this spool that hardly has any left of this burgundy. I actually do sewing. But when the spool gets down to this amount, there's not a lot I can sew with this small amount of thread. So might as well use it on scrapbook pages. And I don't have a lot of like color thread. That is one thing I would like to go do is raid, like especially when I have a coupon or it's like buy 3 get 3 free. Just go grab some fun colors so I can do this more often because I do like it. I just don't think of it. I'm not Missy Whitten, so I don't grab it like every time I make a layout, but it is kind of fun to have. So yeah, so I'm going to just do some tangles in some areas. So I did it behind those 2 photos, and then I did it on the top left corner of my longer strip and the bottom right, and I figured that'd be good places to put some embellishment clusters around my title. So, because in the meantime, I found a thicker set from a Dear Lizzie collection, and I'm not sure, it's Dear Lizzie Lovely, and I'm not sure which collection it came from. This is 2016, but sometimes that doesn't mean anything. Sometimes that's just, yeah. So it might be, I think it's a pretty old one. It looks similar to some colors of some collections I've played with in the past, but all right, so now I've got all that glued down. Now onto the sequins and the wood veneer. So these rainbows, I thought this would be perfect. I grabbed these rainbows. I got them from Shadney's Etsy shop. I'll have her linked down below. And then I have these amazing, this is like my favorite mix, I think, Vintage Dowry. I think it's one of my favorite mixes from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I don't remember if it's available anymore, but it's one of my favorite. It's just all iridescent, light pinks, sometimes yellow, sometimes like a slight orange, some iridescent white, some iridescent green, blue, purple, like just barely differences in color, but you can tell. So I'm actually going to just dress up the wood veneer with the sequins, and just on 2 of the 4 rainbow arches attach sequins. And all I'm doing is taking my glue, putting it all over the surface of the wood veneer, and then gluing it and then putting sequins on top. And I think I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to get you a close-up view after they all dry. So I do it to all 3. Yep. If you could see that. You'll see some close-ups better even yet when I take the photos. But they turned out so cute. So on 2 of them, I did try to separate out some of the colors. So like one arch is more pinks, and then another arch is more of the blues and greens that I could find, and a few purples, because I just dumped out a pile on my glass mat and I just kind of sorted through them. But I really like them, so I'm going to put them kind of scattered around. I should have put one kind of on the top row, but I kind of liked where I had them. And then I have a bunch of these hearts that were fussy cut out from a paper a long time ago. And some of them I think most of them are just fussy cut out. I don't think they're ephemera. I think I used up all the ephemera. I debated, like, there's these cute clouds and stuff in there, but it's one of those things where I was like, nope. I'm leaving the clouds set aside because there's a few hot air balloons as well. And so I know, like, I kind of want to do like a hot air balloon type layout for my other niece, because that was kind of like one of her, like, I don't know, themes of her bedroom. It's like adventure in the mountains, whatever. And so I gotta do I'm set on doing a layout with her on that. But anyway, so I'm gluing those down. I'm gluing all the hearts down, just using ATG and then a combination of that and wet glue, popping some things up on foam, but not too much. But yeah, so I found that cute title that says fine. What does it say? Fine Little Day. Oh my gosh. What does it even say? Yeah, Fine Little Day. And it was perfect. It was the dark pink. And then it's like the aqua-y minty color. And I'm like, that matches this collection like perfectly. But just creating some clusters, and then I'm going to put some sequins around those clusters as well. And then adding some of the word phrases. And I almost used that page up. It's the sticker sheet. So I'm getting close to using... I don't know. So technically I could, like I said last time, I could stop using this collection for this series because there have been no papers left. So I think I'm going to, but you will see, I have a plan for the hexagons I have cut out and like I said, the clouds and things. So you will see stuff. I'm going to try to finish it off though by the end of February. Like, I'm going to kill this collection completely, but technically for Stash Smash, I'm done with it. So Here's some awesome close-ups. Like I said, this one was just fun to make and it turned out super cute. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you always check out Rebecca, of course. I'm having a blast doing this series with her. We've already chosen our items for next month, so I can't wait to see us smash some more stash things, and we'll see you then. Thanks, guys. Bye.